The following Jackass Nation production is powered by Cinelinx. Cinelinx.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinx.
Man, this beat is tough. Coming to you from the Kayfabe studio in Highland Park, Texas. He was born in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. Raised by Wilson Fisk on the streets of Hell's Kitchen, New York, and did his studies in FABOLOUS Sin City, Las Vegas. He's straight out of Compton and brought to you in part by the Offshoots Network. He's pro wrestler, four-time MPX Tag Team Champion, writer, podcaster, bringing you his opinions on film, TV, professional wrestling, sports, and everyday life. He is the Jersey Jackass, B to the C. And you're listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. On tonight's show, it's time for the State Fair of Texas and Get Fat BC Day. And now, your host, the Jackass. Yo, 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 yo! It is what it is, and what it is it is what it is with the Jackass. This is your host, the one, the only, the Jersey Jackass, your boy, B to the C. What is going on? Hit me up on Twitter, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Stardust, on Xbox, on whatever type of social media you like to use. Hit me up at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. Join the conversation by using hashtag IiWiIJA on Twitter. We got another great episode for you. It is episode 107. We are moving right along. We are keeping going. We're keeping rolling. We're doing what we do. And this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about the state fair. We're going to get into some other life issues and things like that. So we have another fun-filled episode for you is what I'm trying to tell you. So thank you for Cinelinx for powering It Is What It Is. Make sure you check out Cinelinx for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. As well, the Offshoots Radio Network. Go check them out. They have all sorts of incredible shows. They just did a great tribute to Bobby Heenan over there on the Offshoot, so definitely go and check that out. And the relationship between the Jackass Nation podcast channel and the Offshoots Radio Network are growing every single day, and we have a big announcement that'll probably be coming late October, early November. That involves the channel, mostly the channel here. So be prepared for that to be popping up here really soon. We have I got a big announcement about a new show coming to the Jackass Nation and the Offshoots Radio Network as well, and that will start up next week, and we're going to announce what it is later on in the episode, probably a little closer toward the end. Other than that, guys, what is going on? It's a whole nother day. It's a whole nother week. We are getting closer and closer and closer to New York Comic Con, which is what next week's episode will be all about. We'll be hyping up New York Comic Con and what I'm excited for out there. I'm getting the idea that I'm going to be able to actually live stream the panels that I'm in. I'm not sure if that's actually true, if that actually works, but I am going to see what I can do to try and figure it out, and I will let you guys know. But other than that, next week's going to be our big let's get ready for New York Comic Con. So get on Twitter. Let me know what you guys are excited about up there at New York Comic Con. Is it the Punisher panel? Is it the new Pacific Rim trailer that we're going to get? What is it that you are most excited about? Let me know. I will be back home in New York. Y'all can follow everything I'm going to be doing on social medias. Like I said, Real Jackass BC is how you follow me there. But it's going to be very, very exciting. But before that, we have a lot going down this weekend, especially some awesome professional wrestling going down at MPX. That's right, goes down at 510 Harwood Road, Bedford, Texas, 76021 at the MPX Arena. Doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8, and we will run till roughly 10:30, or they will run till roughly 10:30. We got some great matches on the card. Mr. 245, Hooligan Ace, needs 4 successful title defenses in a row. Then he can trade his prospect title in for an MPX championship match anytime he wants. For his title defense, Creative Control and Nigel Rabbit butted heads on an opponent, so they let the MPX addicts vote on who he would face, and the overwhelming response was for Baby D. But Nigel Rabbit made a creative decision to make this match a no DQ match. No disqualifications, no countouts, and only an MPX approved official will call the match. With Creative Control firmly behind the new champion, the Nigel's no DQ stipulation there is already a lot of rumblings about what could happen in this match. Who do you have in the match? MPX Addicts, Baby D, or prospect champion Hooligan Ace? It's going to be one hell of a match. After the dust settled last Saturday, DTF emerged with the MPX tag team titles again in their grasp. Those are my tag team titles. And DTF is getting dangerously close to my records as they keep dropping and grabbing them again. The Magnificent Malenko isn't done with them yet, though. This Saturday night, Malenko goes one-on-one with the exception Xavier Daniels at MPX Evolution. We also have an MPX title match at the last show. General Manager Nigel Rabbit said that he had to make this match for the MPX Addicts. The Outlaw, Randy Wayne, gets his title shot against MPX champion Supertex Brent McKenzie. Will the Outlaw walk out with his first ever MPX championship, or will he be another victim to fall to DTF's monster champion McKenzie? DTF's probationary member Marcus Rose hasn't gotten the big wins that DTF has had in mind, and he's even called in sick once. Can the Probie make a good impression this weekend when he faces off with the bird of prey, Kyle Hawk? Then, in a match that would be a main event anywhere else, Prince Canoe, the Kingsman Michael Schaefer, friend of the show, how you doing, Mikey? And Tiger T, who you guys might know from the original Mortal Kombat film, team up to face Mr. Mayhem, Stephen Kirby, and the Young Guns. After the match they had last weekend, you know that these men are ready to fight, and hopefully Kirby can move on from the distasteful Frankie Fisher business now that he has publicly stated he will not fight Frankie. Frankie, he's made some decisions lately. Whether I agree with them or not, Frankie's being Frankie. Don't be surprised when an asshole acts like an asshole. Now, that's not to say that I am completely on board with Frankie's actions, and perhaps I'm going to have to show up here eventually at MPX and talk to Frankie myself. But that's not what's important. What is important is another one of my favorite Texas wrestlers is in the ring this Saturday night at MPX Evolution. And it's in another main event level match. DTF's Dirty Andy Dalton goes one-on-one with my boy, the king of the Texas Cruiserweights, James Johnson. You do not want to miss out on the match. And then in what can be considered our actual main event of the evening, a triple threat match featuring 50 caliber Barrett Brown, the unholy Gregory James, and Mr. Athletic Jeff Cobb, who makes his MPX debut, hits the main event spot. When putting together the matchup, they were looking for who were Cobb's 2 toughest opponents in his career, and found the styles employed by Barrett and Greg to be close matches. Will Cobb throw all of MPX? Will Barrett Brown walk out the winner after another incredible match? Or will Gregory James be there once again knocking off heads and getting the victory? This is a show that you do not want to miss. It is going down MPX Evolution this Saturday night. Another thing going down at MPX is something brand new. It is going to be MPX Wrestling presents Friday Night Fights. That's right. It is come out and see the future of the wrestling business. All matches is just $5 for the night. It is going down. What matches are going to be on the card? Who knows? You could see anybody at any time. You never know what's going to happen. The first Friday Night Fights takes place on October 6th and will start at 8 p.m. and run till 10. Once again, at 510 Harwood Road, Bedford, Texas. Now, this past weekend, guys, I hope all of you came out. We had a great time at ETCW. Genesis tried to get involved and do some stuff, and they ended up whooping my ass. I'm gonna have to go and I gotta check out. Prelims are okay. Things aren't looking great. I'm probably not gonna be able to be at the next show, but I am gonna go see another doctor this Monday. So hopefully I'll be able to know if I'm cleared to hit the ring for ETCW on October 28th. I believe, yes, October 28th. So, will I make it back in time? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I do know that if I'm not cleared to wrestle, it will be okay because I'll just spend an extra night in Los Angeles. But I do feel really bad that I was not there to protect Bobby Midnight from what Genesis did. Now, Genesis came out there and, I had told them early on that I am a part of ETCW and I'm there to support ETCW and Super Mike. Hey, we wish Super Mike out there all the best. Hope you get better soon, brother. ETCW was built on your shoulders. People like you, people like Mad Dog. And I just want to help build that company, help continue what you have started. And with you not being there, brother, I'm going to have to pick it up. I'm going to have to do what I can to make you proud. And I know you're going to be okay. I know you're going to make a full recovery. And I cannot wait to see you in the ring once again supporting ETCW. Me and the big Mad Dog out there are going to hold it down for you, man. We're going to make sure that Genesis gets what's come to them. Now, Genesis got me. They got me good. I said that I was going to come out. I was going to be the enforcer to make sure there was no funny business in that main event. Well, that big colossal monster, Kevin Cross, got me in the back when I wasn't paying attention. And I ended up having to, was unable to be out there, which ended up in Bobby getting attacked and choke slammed straight through hell. It definitely wasn't cool. Bobby is not a wrestler. All right, Bobby is a man in power. He is running the show. He's not a fighter. What Genesis did was absolutely cowardly and disrespectful. And I'm gonna make sure that they do not. Something like this doesn't happen again. Because it is wrong. We're going to find out who is leading Genesis on October 28th, and I cannot wait to find out who the power is behind that so I can knock their ass out too. Because someone's getting cut in half with the Seaside Spear. You best believe that. Someone's getting cut in half with Dog's Spear. I'm telling you. There's a new idea on the rise, and that's the Faces of Spear, and we might be coming for you. Everywhere I go, I have been a tag team champion, and we're going to be another champion here. So get ready for that. ETCW hits the ring again on October 28th, which is the last Saturday right before Halloween. Come out there, wear your Halloween costume. Wills Point Middle School out in Wills Point, Texas. It is going to be a great show. Wear whatever costumes you have, whatever you want to do. So, all right, guys, that's not all that is going down. Tonight is a really, really big episode of SCNS Live. The Emmys may be Hollywood's biggest night for television, but do they really honor the best TV shows? Well, we at SCNS Live say that no, they do not. They do not have the public's best interest in heart when they award out their Emmys. So SCNS chooses to give the spotlight to television's best nerdy shows with the 3rd annual Nerdy Awards. That's right, the stars have been invited. The red carpet has been discussed, and this Thursday it will be time to unveil this year's winners of the Nerdies. That's right, it all goes down tonight. YouTube.com/SCNS Live, as well as the SCNS Live Facebook page. We're going to hand out the award for Best Show, Best Sci-Fi Fantasy Show, Best Superhero, Best Actor and Actress. Best New Series is up there. We got Best Villain. We got Best Animated Series, Effects, TV Moment, and Best Premium Cable Show, among other awards. So you're going to want to check them out tonight. Go over to Cinelinks.com and check out. You can see all the nominees right now. We got it going down, and we got an incredible award to hand out. It's absolutely going to be insane. This has been a packed September, but September is not over. As well as Loot Crate's theme of robotic is not over. It features Blade Runner 2049, Star Trek, Star Wars, and much, much more. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service which provides boxes of geek and gaming related merchandise and always includes a monthly t-shirt and pin. That is right, guys. So you do not want to miss out on getting your t-shirt and pin and all your other loot out of Loot Crate. And right now you can get a discount on your Loot Crate by going to lootcrate.com/SCNS Live or clicking the link in the description of this podcast below. Check it on out. Get your discount on Loot Crate. You want to see some of the stuff you're missing out on? Go to youtube.com/SCNS Live and check out our unboxing videos where we open up the most recent Loot Crate box and show you all the really cool stuff you have been missing out on. Don't ever miss out on Loot Crate again, as you need to go and get your discount by putting in promo code SCNS Live or going to lootcrate.com/SCNS Live. Well, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into our first commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get into a lot of stuff today. We're talking a little bit about life. We're recapping the week I just had after my car was broken into. And, of course, tomorrow is Get Fat BC Day. That's right, first day of the state fair, and we're going to preview some of the awesome new foods as well as the old favorites that are going to be out there and everything fun there is to do at the Texas State Fair. So, sit right there. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey guys, Jason the X for SCNS Live. Make sure you check us out on youtube.com/SCNS Live. Every Thursday night, we got a live show for you guys. Please like the channel and subscribe to it for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. We are powered by Cinelinks.com. And as always, keep on nerding.
So, as the 7 of you who listen in Ireland know, if you listened last week, I had a pretty bad week. It was pretty rough. It was definitely hard to deal with. My car got broken into. My stereo got stolen. And, I was dealing with, sometimes that depression sneaks up on you. It gets back into you. It starts trying to get a hold of you. I was dealing with, not being able to wrestle at MPX on a regular basis and different things like that. But, as happens, life is always testing us. Life is always coming at you, trying to make you realize, hey, I'm going to hit you harder than anyone else can hit you. And it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. As you know, I played that little Rocky quote at the end of that segment where we talked about all that different stuff. And, life was hitting hard, obviously. That's what I'm trying to say. It was hitting hard. But I took the hits, and I kept going, and I kept fighting. And because I kept fighting, because I kept going, I was definitely rewarded because this has been a much better week. We have realized that, man, I really do have some of the greatest people in my life. And I am so thankful of everyone that is a part of my life. And it really, opened my eyes and made me realize, life is really hard. Life will knock you down, but sometimes you do have to lean on those people that care about you and that are there to help you out. And so, that's kind of what happened. We did UGF on Friday night, and it was one hell of a show. But the show itself is not what was incredible. What was incredible was 3 of my good friends, who I'm not going to say their names because, I don't know if they want that out there or anything like that. But 3 of my good friends, they showed up to do the show, and immediately came up to me and gave me a gift. Said, "This is for you. We're sorry about what happened with your car, and we hope this helps a little bit." And it was a JBL speaker, Bluetooth speaker, and a portable charger for it. And it's stuff like that really just kind of warms my heart and goes, "Guy, I really do have some damn good friends and damn good people in my life. For people to go out of their way to do something like this for me and help me out like this, it's pretty damn cool." And because it's nice equipment. Like this is a nice speaker. This is a real nice charger. And the fact that people went out and did this for me is absolutely incredible. And I am so honored to call these people friends. It just goes to show that even a jackass like me, there are people out there that care. And, I have a major issue with not so much trusting people. As I trust people, as I have a major issue of thinking that people don't really like me. Which, if you're as much as a jackass as I am, you run into that issue where, people don't really like you. Which, sometimes is fine by me. I'm not the most personable person. I don't really like large crowds and being around and being out in the open and all that stuff. But, it's still important to have connections with people. And the fact that I had these people that came to me like this and showed me how much I mean to them by going out of their way to do this is a really big deal to me. And I am truly honored and thankful to them. And to everyone else that reached out to me on Facebook and everything like that, to give me condolences about my car and all that stuff. I truly am honored to have you guys as friends, man. The Jackass Nation, whether it be everyone out there, all the fans, the 7 people in Ireland that listen to this podcast, my buddies over at the offshoots, everyone involved in Cinelinx, SCNS, MPX, ETCW, whoever it is out there, I am honored and privileged to call y'all friends. Like, it means a lot to me that people would go out of their way. And, I was worried. I was having a hard time dealing with the fact that I'm not getting to wrestle as much as I would prefer. But fortunately, right after that, I went out this past weekend to ETCW, which was an incredible show. Aside from the fact that I got jumped by that big behemoth, Kevin Cross, and knocked out, which led to my boy Bobby Midnight getting taken out. Damn, I feel so bad that I wasn't there to help out Bobby. But they will get what's coming to them, just as I got some help and got things that were coming to me. They will get theirs, and we talked about that earlier. So that's not here or there. But yeah, I got to get in the ring again, and it feels so great to be in the ring, and there are some big things coming with wrestling. Not just ETCW. The Jackass is about to be in a couple other places again, so be prepared for that. It all begins possibly this weekend. I might show up somewhere here in Dallas, Texas, for a show. Somewhere I was recently worried about the fact that I don't get to be there as often. Maybe I might be there this weekend. Who knows? We'll have to wait, and you'll have to wait and see. I know, but you guys will have to wait and see. But so that's a big deal with that being able to happen this weekend. Whatever's going on this weekend, somewhere here in Dallas, Texas. So yeah, that's it just goes to show that all you have to do is have faith. All right, when the world starts hitting you, you just got to stay focused and you got to keep going. I talked this past week about how I was still dealing with the issues of that certain female that kind of broke my heart and all that, and had to deal with that. Well, that certain female was in town this weekend and wanted me to come see her, and I almost did. I didn't know if it was a good idea. Again, thanks to some of my friends, I figured maybe it's not the best idea at the moment that it was. So we didn't get the opportunity to meet up We talked via text, so things are good. I'm really happy for her. She's doing well, and I'm happy that she's doing well. I just, it probably wasn't the best idea for us to see each other, and so we didn't. Time and constraints and all that stuff happened. How life is. So, life is a bunch of choices, and you have to, just navigate these waters as much as you can and get through each and every day. Trying to be a little bit stronger, trying to be a little bit better. And that's what I hope I did. I hope I did a little bit better. And hopefully, that was all, for the right choices. Hopefully I'm making the right choices. I think I'm making the right choices. I think we're moving in the right direction. So, let me know, what are you guys dealing with out there? Do y'all have any issues you want to talk about? We can always bring them up here on It Is What It Is, because it is what it is. It's not just a pop culture show. We're not just here to talk movies or television or sports or wrestling or whatever it is that I am blabbering on and on about. It is what it is about our lives. It's about what we're doing. It's about living, doing the right thing. Speaking of doing the right thing, we are going to get into a little bit of a controversial topic moving forward here. And that topic is kneeling for the national anthem. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer. For the most part, you guys know I never talk about politics because it's just not my bag. It's not something that I get into. To give you my honest opinion on politics is I have never voted, or I voted once for George W. Bush, the very first time I was allowed to vote. Because I thought George W. Bush was very funny and he was entertaining, so why not let him be president? Other than that, I have never voted, and it's not because I didn't think Obama could do a good job, and it's because I just didn't care. The way I see the presidency, and I liked Obama. I thought Obama was a real upstanding gentleman. The way I see the presidency is we elect somebody, and then we bitch about them for 4 years. And then we elect that person again, and we bitch about them for 4 years. And then we all start to get together and say it is time for a change. And we elect somebody new, and we bitch about them for 4 years. And then we re-elect them and bitch about them for 4 years. And the cycle just continues and continues and continues. The president has about as much. He's more of a person out of a public figure than it is anything else. Me personally, they're like, oh, look what he tweeted now, or oh, he's filling out his brackets for this, and I just don't care. I don't care who's run, because I woke up one day, George Bush was the president, and my life did not change. I woke up 4 years later and Barack Obama was the president, and my life did not change. It moved on. I woke up 4 years later and Donald Trump was the president, or 8 years later, and Donald Trump was the president. Life changed a little bit. That's definitely for sure. I did go. I think I went 12 hours without finding out who won the presidential election. But life changed because everything got uber political. Like, things were political beforehand, but now it is everywhere. It is everything. All we have to talk about is politics and race and all that. And it is bleeding over into sports and who's taking a knee to protest and all that. And so that's what I wanted to talk about, because Facebook has blown up with teams who took a knee on Sunday in unison and protest and all that. And I wanted to give my opinion on it, which is really weird for me to do, but I'm going to do it. And here's how I see it. If you want to protest the national anthem by taking a knee, by not standing in respect for all the people that died for the flag and all that stuff, by all means, do it. If that's the way you want to protest, go ahead. protest that way. Because all those people that did die for the flag, they didn't die so that you had to stand up. They died so you could make the choice of how you wanted to protest or how you wanted to do whatever it is you do. And I don't see anything wrong with it, because the people who are taking a knee, they're taking a knee. Most of them, their hand is still over their heart. They're still showing respect, but they're also protesting an injustice that is going on in our world. And you make no doubt about it. If I am talking about it, there is obviously something wrong. There is an injustice in this nation of ours. My problem is not with the people that are taking a knee. My problem is not with the people that are angry at the people for taking a knee. My problem is with the news outlets and ESPN reporting on who's taking a knee and who's not taking a knee, and that being the central focus. Listen, I'm not watching ESPN for political coverage. I'm not watching Sunday football on Sundays to find out who believes in what and who's protesting what. I'm watching football on Sundays so that I can watch football. That's all I care about. I don't care about who is protesting what at a football game. Okay? And if you're mad that they're protesting, did you stand up in your house when they did the national anthem? Did you? Maybe they should just stop airing the national anthem on television. Maybe they should just start with the damn game, because I don't care about Colin Kaepernick's political views. Is there an injustice going on? Absolutely. Should we be doing something about it? Absolutely. Taking a knee on football is not changing anything. By all means, do it. Go ahead. Matter of fact, I'd probably do it too. I would bend the knee, because there is a good cause behind it. But I wouldn't be asking people to report on it, because it doesn't matter on ESPN, on CNN, on ABC News, on Fox News, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, that's important. But damn it, I'm just watching football to find out how my fantasy football team is doing. I don't care about politics when there's football on. It is a game that I am trying to enjoy. And you are taking the enjoy out of it by making it such a big deal and talking more about who's taking a knee and when they're taking a knee and how they took a knee, rather than the football game. That's my stance on the whole situation. Is it a great stance? No, but it is where I stand. I stand on caring about football. By all means, we need to make a change in this country. We need to come together. We all need to watch Remember the Titans one more time and observe that message. But on Sundays, you need to go to church, you need to barbecue, and you need to watch football. That's what's important. What's going on football. We come together as a country, as a species, and we watch football. You know, that's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. All I care about is, how did Zeke Elliott do? Did I get my points? Did I beat my buddy Matt? Did I beat Rick Malquest? Am I winning? Are the Cowboys winning? That's what I see as being important. Anyway, guys, all right, that is my controversial feelings on the situation. Maybe you have different opinions. Feel free to let me know. I'm not much of one to get into political arguments or talk about the political stance of it at all. So I may not, if you want to talk about how I'm more focused on the football game, I'm down. I'm probably not going to talk actual politics, but y'all know how to join the conversation. Use the hashtag IiWiIJA and join the conversation. We're going to take another quick commercial break, and then we will be right back.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jordan Hart, and I am the owner and sole doctor at Athletic Edge Chiropractic. And at Athletic Edge, we offer a variety of services to help you basically be the best that you can be. So we are a chiropractic office. We offer full chiropractic services, including extremity work, as well as a variety of soft tissue techniques and deep tissue laser therapy. So if you're in need of some body work, give me a call, 214-883-9550. My email is drhartdfw@gmail.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is State Fair of Texas time. I am so excited. I am so hyped. I just got home from the gym. I am drinking my protein shake right now, and I'm going to be all ready. I've been prepping for my epic cheat day here at the State Fair. And an epic cheat day it is. I mean, it's not really a cheat day. A cheat day would imply that I have a full diet, which I absolutely do not, because I like food. I really do. Always have liked food. Always will like food. So I'm excited to go and kill the State Fair, which is what I do every single year. So get hyped, get ready. It's the State Fair of Texas. It's not just about food, though. It's about everything that goes down at the State Fair. I'm so excited for it, man. The car show is always one of my absolute favorite things to do. I cannot wait to get out there and check out all the new rides and everything cool out there. I always like to walk through there. I spend a good amount of time in there. I always wait till later in the afternoon to go into the car buildings, because it's a good way to get away from once you've been walking around. It's kind of hot out. It's kind of warm. You want to get in some AC. It's a good place to go. Go in there, get a little bit of AC. So normally I start out, we always meet at Big Tex around, this year we're going to do it around noonish. And then we'll probably go walk down through the livestock and all that stuff. Probably around 3 o'clock and whatnot. Get over there to the car buildings, go through there. And then maybe right after the car buildings, go over there by the over around to the other side by the Science Place and the Natural History Museum and all that stuff. After a little bit of there, you get kind of tired, you get kind of sore, you gotta go take a break. I go over there to the Mattress Firm little area where they have those really cool massage chairs. Take a seat for about 20-30 minutes, get a nice little massage. And then we get back up and, just go check out whatever it is we want. Whatever's cool. The Women's Museum, the Hispanic Museum, everything, man. It's always so cool to go and check out all the different things that they have over there at the State Fair. You got to catch the African acrobats. So excited for them. And then it's also really important that you always go and catch, oh man, what are their names? The Irish band that always comes through the State Fair. It's the Kildares. That's what it is. Kildares. Gotta love the Kildares. So always go check them out. This Saturday night, we're gonna get to see Flo Rida. That's right. Flo Rida is in town. So excited to catch that show. Last year I got to see Nelly, so I'm even more hyped this year to go and see Flo Rida. So that's really cool. Really excited for that. And then as the sun is about to start going down, you go over there and you catch the parade. Parade's always kind of fun to see it just a little bit, And then you get over there in between the two car buildings is the awesome illumination sensation. The big light show to music and all that, and fireworks and pyro and everything, man. It's so cool. I love that. That's another one of my favorite parts of the fair. And then, right after Illumination Sensation, that's when you hit the midway. Once you go out there and hit the midway, it's on. When it's on, it's on. Maybe do some rides. I normally don't do too many rides, but do some games here and there and all that good stuff. So I am extremely excited. Cannot wait for the State Fair of Texas. It's going to be so much fun. But most importantly is the food. Now we're going to get into some of the new things, the new kind of food that they're going to have out there. But let's talk about some of Old Faithful, some of my favorites, originals. Of course, obviously, you got to start the day off with a Fletcher's Corny Dog. All right, the Fletcher's Corny Dog is a staple of the State Fair. It is probably the best thing they have out there. Always has been and always will be the greatest item at the State Fair of Texas. A little bit of mustard up on there. Now, I put a little ketchup on there. Just a little, not a lot, because too much ketchup will overpower it. So just a little bit of ketchup. My buddy Barry Hill says you shouldn't put ketchup on it. But I think it's okay to put a ketchup on a corny dog at the state fair. Not all of them. Now, you got to have... ketchup's not something you're going to put on every single corny dog that you get. You're definitely going to put that mustard on there every single time, though. Then you got to holler at some, you got some fried gator out there that's also right there next to Big Tex. That's what Trey Mack says is his favorite. Gotta love that gator, man. It's probably the only time in the year that I ever do get gator, especially because gator's not, you don't get it a lot here in Texas. So I do always have some at the state fair. Love that fried gator, man. That fried gator's some good stuff. Another good thing to go try out is the Frito pie. That's something I get. It's inside the Texas Chili Parlor, inside the food pavilion there. That has been a staple since I was a kid. Before I even understood how good the corny dog was, the Frito pie was what I always went for, man. I love that Frito pie. And speaking of a Frito pie, try out the fried Frito pie. That one is really good. It's definitely not as good as it used to be. They kind of changed up how they do it, but it's still an incredible thing to eat. So good, man. Get a little sour cream, get a little hot sauce, dip it on in there. Boy, let me tell you what. Now, the chicken fried bacon. That's something that I didn't really like when it first came out. I think because I just happened to have a bad batch of it. But ever since then, I've tried it again, and I have really enjoyed it. And the chicken fried bacon came out the same year as the fried margarita and the fried beer. And I can tell you that the fried margarita, that's one that's good to get. The fried beer, not so good. It's like hot beer inside of a little ravioli. Shot of hot beer, not good. I'm telling you, beer's not good hot. So, I like to get some pizza too out there at the state fair. Now, there's a spot right inside the food pavilion. I know it's got a yellow sign. It says pizza by the slice. Now, it wasn't my original pizza spot. My original pizza spot was out right by the entrance to the Midway. There was a little, iron stove spot that was just set up and had some of the best pizza. It was always one of the last things I got. And pizza's still one of the last things I get at the end of the day. But they closed that place down, turned it into a burger joint. So now you got to go inside to the food pavilion. There's a little pizza place there, but boy, it's got some good pizza. Let me tell you about it. Again, not as good as the original spot, but it is good. Turkey leg is definitely a staple that you always got to get. Now they got bacon wrapped turkey legs. Those are always good to have. I get that around midday or so. It's a good thing to give you some protein, keep going through the day, getting ready. Now, there's a lot of desserts out there that you can get. Fried Twinkies, fried Oreos, fried Snickers, all sorts of different fried stuff. Fried jelly beans, fried bubble gum, everything. They fry just about any and everything you could think of. It is fried out there, and you should go ahead and try it. And I normally do. But my two favorite fried desserts that they have out there is definitely the fried cookie dough. Fried cookie dough is one of the best ones they have, man. That stuff just kills me every single time. So delicious. And the fried ice cream as well. Definitely not a bad choice. One that you always want to try out. Now, the last thing that I get on my way out, you gotta have it. If you don't get it on the way out, then you're gonna ruin it for the day. So always get it as you're walking out. It's the last thing you get every single time. And I get a big box of saltwater taffy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That saltwater taffy is some of the best stuff they have. And I always have it, and it lasts for quite a long time. I always have that jar at the house. It is my go-to candy right around this time, that saltwater taffy, man. It's so good. Boy, let me tell you what. Now, there's a lot of new stuff coming out to the state fair. People spend the entire off-season of the fair concocting new foods to showcase here. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys, this year is not a disappointment. We got some great new things, and we're going to kind of look at some of them here. The first one up is the deep-fried chicken noodle soup on a stick. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is an absolute real thing. Deep-fried chicken noodle soup on a stick. Home style, perfectly spiced chicken noodle soup, which is deep fried and obviously served on a stick. A little bite-sized ball. Each one will have the indention of a spoonful of savory broth sauce to complete the harmony of the best chicken noodle soup you have ever had. And certainly the first on a stick. Each dish is served with a side of crackers. That'll definitely be one of those ones that I try, but I'm not going to eat the whole thing. That's something that the group tries. You know, like, hey guys, let's all try this one out. Now, Danny Courageous out there, this is one of the ones he's most looking forward to. A classic cereal with a State Fair twist. That's right, guys. We got some deep fried Fruit Loops. Sweetened Fruit Loops are folded into whipped marshmallow, dipped into creamy batter, and fried to a golden brown, topped with a drizzle of glaze and powdered sugar. Breakfast cereal has just gotten better. That's one that I'm probably going to have very early on in the day. Get there, have myself a corny dog, then go find the deep fried Fruit Loops to get a little breakfast in me. Know what I'm saying? The next one up is something that the name's not going to tell you what it is, but they're calling it the Fat Smooth. And it is described as 3 delicious Belgium mini cream puffs on a skewer and dipped in Café du Monde beignet batter. Those are words that I don't know, guys, but it is then fried until golden brown, and I know what that means. It's dusted in powdered sugar and drizzled with a chocolate and caramel sauce, the perfect combination to create a bring you to your knees goodness. That's one that's looking pretty damn good. We now have Fernie's Fried Texas Sheet Cake. That's not it. That's sheet. SHEET. Calm down out there, guys. Get your minds out the gutter. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a Texas size slice of fudgy chocolate brownie cake, generously coated in ground cocoa puffs, panko, and cinnamon sugar. The coated brownie is fried, giving it an ooey gooey molten center and a crunchy outside. The delicious, fresh from the fryer brownie is then glazed with a rich, dark icing made with, and get this, guys, Dr. Pepper. That's right, the chocolatey glaze soaks into the warm brownie while cascading down the side. The cake is served with chopped Texas pecans, a dollop of whipped cream, and garnished with fresh strawberries carved to mimic a Lady Bird Johnson rose. That's real talk, guys. That is the most legit sounding thing I have ever heard. I can't wait to try it. Definitely one that's going to get in the mix. Our next item up is the Big Tech's Choice Award winner for Best Taste. And it is also for Most Creative. What we got here is the Funnel Cake Bacon Queso Burger. Yep. That's right. A funnel cake burger with queso. Begin with 2 funnel cakes that are fried to a golden crunch, aka the buns. The first funnel bun is topped with a juicy, freshly grilled burger patty, a heaping helping of crispy bacon, and gooey queso, and is completed with another funnel bun that is generously dusted with powdered sugar. Now, the one thing about that is I'm going to say is I don't know how the powdered sugar is going to work alongside the burger. Alright, now you don't think you need the powdered sugar on top of the burger, but by all means, do what you do. The next one up is the Gulf Coast Fish Bowl, a whimsical beverage featuring all the flavors of your favorite tropical coast with a kick. Your drinkable aquarium begins with Nerds Candy Gravel. The drink is iced and filled with a specially formulated blue alcoholic punch. Swedish fish swim through the ice while a pineapple slice serves as the lid. Each sip brings a stream of crunchy candy and tropical punch up the straw, causing a flavor explosion that transports you to a beachside every single sip. This will probably be one of my more favorite drinks at the State Fair. I know it's going to be an expensive one, but it is what it is. The next one up is probably going to be the most expensive that is going down at the state fair. And that is the Surfin' Turfin' Tater Boat. Gotta love these names, man. Some of these names are just all sorts of crunk, man. I'm probably not going to be able to try this one because it's probably going to be too rich for my blood. Because it is lobster meat that is marinated in lemon herb butter and partnered with seasoned steak that is grilled to perfection. Both are topped with cheddar and Romano cheeses after being stuffed into a piping hot baked potato with roasted garlic, butter melted inside. It is topped off with a single Empress cut lobster claw and a side of lemon butter for dipping. Yeah, that's right, guys. That one sounds incredible, but it's going to be like $30. And as far as state fair food goes, that's not something I'm honestly willing to pay. Next one up is the Texas fajita fries, which are tenderly breaded deep-fried beef fajita strips. They are seasoned with sriracha spice, mixed and served into a bread cone, presented on a bed of Texas toothpicks, fried onions and jalapenos, with a side of pico de gallo and cool yet spicy sour cream guacamole hot sauce. Sour cream guacamole hot sauce. Let that sink in, boy. Sour cream guacamole hot sauce. The Texas fajita fries can be enjoyed as a sandwich or individually like French fries. I can tell you I'm probably going to be going for that sandwich type, you know what I'm saying? Now, the final one that we're getting into is what I'm thinking is going to be my absolute favorite of the fair, the one I'm most excited for, the tamale donut. You take a traditional tamale and you turn it into a not-so-traditional donut. Classic pork tamale donut starts with the slow-cooked pork carnitas blended with authentic made-from-scratch masa. That's a Mexican word I don't know, guys, but you know it's probably good. Each dish is a hand formed into a donut shape and fried until crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. The classic pork tamale donut is finished with a drizzle of homemade creamy jalapeno salsa. Uber excited for that one. I think that is the one that I'm most excited to check out. There's a whole bunch of other new foods that are the jalapeno popcorn, the chicken fried spam fries. That one sounds weird. Spicy garlic fries, grilled chicken burrito, the crawfish lollipop, which is another one that Danny Courageous is excited about. Oreo beer. Beer battered beef jerky. Dreamy drunken sopapilla cheesecake. That's one that's going to have to be tried as well. But a lot of good things that I'm really looking forward to. It is the State Fair of Texas. It is Get Fat BC Day. And we will be doing it big, just like we always do. All right, guys, we're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll come back with a little bit of some box office predictions.
Cinelinx presents Channel Control, where Matt, BC, and I, Rob, get together and talk about TV news and give you our take on what's going on in TV land. We'll also take you channel surfing, where we talk about what shows we watched that week and what we've liked about it. Find out what shows have been renewed or canceled, or just find out what TV series has been released on DVD, Blu-ray that week. Channel Control is a weekly YouTube show, so head on over, subscribe, check out our videos, give us a like, turn on your notifications so you know when our new shows are up, and you can also follow us at Channel Control on Twitter. And now, back to BC.
All right, thank you, Rob. Definitely make sure you check out Channel Control this week, and we're talking about all the new shows that came out this week. I'm not going to lie to you guys, Rob is a beast when it comes to watching shows. He's been watching all week long. Everything new, he's going to have it covered for you. So get prepared for that. It's time for a little bit of the box office predictions here, guys. Here's what we're looking at here. So last week I predicted Kingsman to come in at number 1, Lego Ninjago to come in at number 2, It to come in at number 3, Friend Request to hit that number 4 spot, and Mother to hit that number 5 spot. So let's go ahead and look and see what we got. Well, we had The Kingsman coming at number 1 with 39 million. It's about on par for what they did with the original. The first Kingsman opening weekend brought in 36. So, it brought in a little bit more. Still not exactly what you want from opening weekend on a sequel to a movie that was hailed so highly. So that definitely is kind of a letdown. I don't think it's going to have the legs that the original Kingsman did. So whether or not we get a third Kingsman is kind of up in the air right now. Coming at number 2 was It. So I was a little bit off there, as I thought Ninjago would come in with 38 million, but It brings in 29 this weekend, which I thought was going to be around 32. So I'm still pretty close there. It dropped 50%, but brings its total to 266 million, guys. This is a big deal. It's the highest grossing horror film ever made. Not adjusted for inflation or anything like that, but still highest grossing horror movie. So mad respect to It. Lego Ninjago came in at number 3, bringing in only 20 million, which is way under what I projected. I projected about 38, so that definitely sucks. At the number 4 spot was American Assassin. When I thought Friend Request would make it in there, American Assassin brought in 6 million. Bringing its total up to 26, dropping nearly 60%. And at the number 5 spot, just like I thought it would be, is Mother, bringing in 3 million, just a shade under the 5 million I projected. Friend Request actually came in at number 7, bringing in only $2 million. So rough weekend there at the box office. This weekend coming up, we have 3 new major films hitting. One is American Made, a Tom Cruise film about the drug cartel. Flatliners, the remake or sequel or requel or something to the cult classic starring Kiefer Sutherland. And then we have Till Death Do Us Part, Taye Diggs horror film there coming out. I am going to go ahead and say that American Made is going to pull that number 1 spot. I think it'll probably get a little bit less than Kingsman pulled in. I'm thinking around the 35 to 37 million mark, somewhere in there. Let's put Kingsman at the number 2 area, bringing in about 20 million. Give it a little bit of almost around a 50% drop, something along those lines. And then we're going to go ahead and put It at the number 3 spot. Once again, dropping another roughly 50%, bringing in maybe around 15 million. Flatliners, we're going to go about 10 million for the number 4 spot, but it could go either way with either Flatliners or Ninjago hitting that, because I think Ninjago's they're going to be about 1 million apart from each other, somewhere roughly in there. It's going to be a very, very close call between the two. But I think Flatliners, we'll put that at number 4, and Ninjago at number 5. So those are going to be my predictions there on the box office. Definitely excited and looking forward to American Made. I think it's going to be a very fun film, and I definitely cannot wait to see it. I'm going to go see it tonight, actually, right after the Nerdies. So big hype for that. Really excited. And I probably won't see Flatliners. To be honest, I've never seen the original. So Flatliners is not on my I have to see this weekend list. Got way too much going on to try and fight to see that. Like I said, it is the State Fair, and the State Fair is obviously the most important thing of this weekend going down, other than MPX, of course. But, So, yeah, I will see American Made. You'll be able to catch my quick review on Stardust by going and following @RealJackassBC. Y'all know how to do that. So, all right, we're going to take our final short commercial break. And when we come back, we'll talk about everything that is coming up right here on the Jackass Nation Podbean channel.
Hey, Jackass Nation fans, this is Trey from The Offshoots. If you can, please go subscribe to The Offshoots Network, where you'll be able to pick up shows like the one you are currently listening to. Plus, you'll get the offshoots, the Nigel Rabbit Show, Bootleg Radio, the Lucha Lounge with Steve DeMarco, Talking Smack with Christopher Hayden, and so much more coming down the pike. As we grow, we want you to grow with us. Please go subscribe.
All right, Jackass Nation, we're going to get into a couple audience questions that were shouted out. I'm not going to lie to you. 90% of you sent in the exact same question, and so I'm going to get to that. But there were two other ones that stuck out that we're going to go ahead and answer. One comes from Craig Combs, who asked, what's up with the new Star Trek television series? I kind of dig it, he says. Well, Craig, I'm not going to lie to you. I have not watched it yet. And I have a reason for not watching it yet. I have them. I got sent the first two to watch. The reason I have not watched them is because I'm not going to be able to watch the entire series, because I refuse to pay CBS $6 for their app just so I can see Star Trek Discovery. Now, Rob, my buddy Rob, who y'all know, he watched them, and he will be watching the entire series. So if you want to get a little bit more of our breakdown and a little bit more of our conversation on Star Trek Discovery, do not forget to check out Channel Control this weekend, because I know Rob and Matt will definitely be talking about them, and I will have some questions for them about it. I'll definitely bring up how you feel about it. Have anything else you want me to say about it when we do film Channel Control, please send me a message. Let me know your thoughts on it, man. Use the hashtag IiWiIJA, or just tweet at Channel Control on Twitter. So, the other question came from Quad C, Matt Maliaros. He wants to know why I had to cheat to win GoldenEye. Well, Matt, look, I already said this once in the show. I'm going to say it again. I didn't cheat. I used a character that was in the game. I abided by the rules, all right? It's not like I used the golden gun. It's not like I used the Moonraker laser, which you could have picked, because you picked the weapons of the power weapons that I don't like using. I don't like power weapons. I would have preferred automatics or proximity mines. And honestly, to be real, I would have preferred the laser. But you chose to do power weapons. So I picked Odd Job. Yeah, Odd Job is short. That's true. You picked, I think, Bond. I think that's it. You picked Bond, or you picked Alec Trevelyan, 006. And you could have gone and got the helicopter pilot. It's not my fault that you did not do your research, son. Okay? Do a little bit of research, learn how to play the game, and maybe next time. See, look, when winners lose, they lost. Alright? If you beat me, I lost. But you, for some reason, now that you lost, are whining and complaining. Oh my God, he cheated. He used a character that was in the game, and you're not allowed to use that character because it's an unspoken rule. Damn your unspoken rule. If the character's in the game, I'm going to use them. Wouldn't create a character, nothing like that. It is what it is, Matt. You lost. Get used to it. Get to the back of the line. Go back through the tournament. Maybe one day you'll get a chance again. Next up is Larry, and Larry's going to get destroyed. All right, but the next question is a pretty big one. One of them comes from Phil. It comes from Carl Knight. It comes from, who else asked this damn question? Scott Cummins asked it. Joey Von Otto says this one. So many people ask the exact same question, and basically what that question is what are the feelings on the recent Frankie Fisher heel turn, his feud with Kirby, and will we see a return of the Flying Jackasses? Does Frankie deserve to get his head knocked off for this? Everyone wants to know my opinions on it. Now, number one, will we see a return of the Flying Jackasses at MPX? Probably not. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Creative has nothing for the Flying Jackasses, so the Flying Jackasses probably will not show up at MPX anytime soon. Never say never, but not anytime soon. As far as how do I feel about Frankie? Well, look, y'all know what I did. I turned on Frankie, and I did the quote-unquote heel turn because I was angry and I didn't like how things are going. Sometimes you get frustrated and fed up with the system, and you got to go after the system. Sometimes you do it in the right way. Sometimes you do it the wrong way. And I don't think Frankie is going about this properly. I can tell you that right now. I haven't really spoken to him about it. The few times that we have spoken, it has been mostly business about UGF. He hasn't been too open to talking about what's going on at MPX, and I haven't pressed the issue. It does bother me to see what's going on with Frankie. I don't know what's in his head. I would like to find out. Maybe eventually I will confront him about him if it starts to go too far down the wrong path. Look, but here, like I said before, don't be surprised when an asshole acts like an asshole. He's an asshole. He's gonna do what he want to do. It's Frankie Fisher. Let Frankie do what Frankie do. So, anyway, those are my major thoughts on the issue. But I don't know. We'll see where it goes. As far as his feud with Kirby, I hate seeing the two of them fight. I think Kirby is handling it well by not going after Frankie at all, because he knows that maybe this is just a tough time for Frankie, and hopefully everything works out. Kirby's a good guy. Kirby's a good friend of mine. Kirby is a good friend of Frankie's, whether or not Frankie believes it right now. Just like when I turned my back on Frankie. Frankie fought to save that friendship, and then at one point he couldn't take it anymore. Look, things happen. It'll be okay. I believe it'll be okay. We'll wait and see. Now we're getting a little late, and we still have to do. We still got to do a little bit. I think we're just about done, but we're going to talk about the big thing right now. The brand new show that is coming to the Jackass Nation. It is going to go up on Thursday or Tuesday afternoons. Hopefully roughly around 3 o'clock in the afternoon or so. It's not going to be one of those wake up on Tuesday and have it. It'll be up sometime in the afternoon. Hopefully the afternoon, not the evening. But what it is it's going to be a show that has both myself and my buddy Zach Marchand on it. Y'all know the Mad Zach, one of my best friends, one of the closest people I have to me. I'm so excited to do this with him. He's going to come on it every single week, and what it is going to be is an after show for Fox's The Gifted. Y'all know that I am super excited about The Gifted. Y'all know that I cannot wait for this show. And I have decided that Zach and I are going to get together and we're going to do an after show recapping each episode. 20, maybe 30 minutes max. It's not going to be anything major. It's not going to be super long. But I am really excited to see where this goes and see this show because I am uber hyped for it. I cannot wait to do the after show. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I hope you guys respond to the after show. If you do, I'm hoping that next season, it won't be this season, but next season we can do a video after show for it. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I'm really excited. Hopefully this all pans out and you guys enjoy it. Alright, so yeah, a lot more coming up next week. Once again, we'll have another episode of It Is What It Is. Also, guys, next week we will have another episode of Go Home as we preview WWE Hell in a Cell. It will be going down. I'm hoping to have the guys on the show. If it's not them, maybe I can get Kenny or somebody up in here. Coming up, we're going to have a special 2-week episode where we break down, me, Matt, and Rob are going to do our top 10 comedy movies of all time. This has been the hardest thing I have ever put together. Probably one of the hardest top 10 lists that I have ever done. I had like 30 on the list, and then I had to narrow it down to about 20 or so, and then order the top 10, and then I ended up going with like 5 honorable mentions because there's just so many comedies that are just so good, and comedy is so subjective. And then the problem was I got the list, I thought I finally had it done, and then Rob pointed out 3 movies that I didn't have on the list. And then a couple other buddies pointed out some other movies that I didn't have on the list. And I started flipping out. I was like, well, got to go through and change it all again. So it is a 2-week episode because it is so long that I had to split it into double episodes. And that will take place in between, or right after Comic-Con. As in next week will be the New York Comic-Con hype episode, followed by 2 weeks of the comedy film top 10 list. So get prepared for that because it is going down. Shout out to the Mad Zach for that awesome image that I have up here for these really cool. Do not forget, guys, September we focus on pediatric cancer, and right now you can go to www.shop.com and order the Connor's Cure. That's why everything is gold. That's why we go gold in September to honor pediatric cancer. If you go to Connor's Cure and buy some of that merchandise, 100% of the proceeds go to pediatric cancer research. We got to end this. We got to look at it. We got to do what we can. So do what you can. Do your part. Go ahead and buy your Connor's Cure merchandise to help out, guys. I love being able to sit here and talk to you guys, whether it's on It Is What It Is, or Jackass Reviews, or Go Home, or even Jackass 1, a Star Wars podcast. I love having conversations with you guys right here on the Podbean channel, on all my different podcasts, on the Jackass Nation. And being able to do that has been quite difficult, but I got to thank a lot of you guys for making it a little bit easier on me. And you know how you do that? You do that by working with Amazon, because Amazon has come to me. They've come to the Jackass Nation, and they said, hey, we want to help you out. We want to make sure to keep everything on your Podbean channel completely free of charge so that the Jackass Nation can check out all your different shows and not have to pay a single dime to hear your opinions on whatever it is you want to talk about. All you got to do is use this link. And so what this link is that you can find in all the description of every podcast I have, as well as on my Twitter, normally pinned to the top of the profile. Sometimes there's something else there, but I always tweet. I like to tweet it out on Tuesdays around the time I wake up, but it has the link that you click on and it takes you to Amazon. Now what this link does is it just takes you to Amazon. It doesn't take you to like my specific Amazon, it doesn't take you anything else. It just takes you to Amazon. Instead of typing in www.amazon.com, all you do is click this link, maybe even go and bookmark. Once you click the link, then hit that bookmark, and then every time you go to Amazon, use that link, and whenever you buy something, Amazon says, hey, this guy bought it from the Jackass Nation link, therefore, he is a listener of the Jackass Nation. So, let's give a little bit of money back to the podcast channel so that they can continue to provide all of the content free of charge. That's right. Amazon throws back to me just because you clicked on a link and bought from there. It doesn't make anything more expensive. It's still the exact same price as it would be. There's no upcharges or surcharges or hidden fees. It's just Amazon, and they're just saying, this guy's a listener of the Jackass Nation, and they like to use Amazon, so let's give back to the Jackass Nation. Let's make sure everyone continues to get all this content absolutely free of charge. So once again, make sure to click that link in the description of this video or on my Twitter. Alright, so big shout out to everyone who sent in questions today. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for hitting that download button. Thank you for listening to this great show. Don't forget to check out everything, all your movie news, reviews, editorials, and more. You want to keep it on Cinelinks.com. There's a whole much going on. Halloween is coming up, so we're going to have a bunch of horror-themed articles coming out in the new month of October, so be prepared for that. Don't forget to check out SCNS Live tonight on youtube.com/SCNS Live. At 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. As well, MPX Wrestling goes down this weekend. Do not miss the show. It's going to be awesome. What the Force comes to you live Friday night. Actually, I don't think there's going to be an episode of What the Force this week, seeing as I will be at the State Fair of Texas. And, well, I don't know. Maybe Matt and Zach and everybody will do it. I'm not exactly positive if there's going to be a show tomorrow night or not. Just watch the Twitter WTF podcast, and that will be able to let you know whether or not there will be a What the Force show. Other than that, guys, hey, y'all know how to reach me. You want to hit me up on Twitter, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Facebook, on, what else is there? Stardust, whatever it is. Xbox Live at Real Jackass BC. That's RealJackassBC. Hey, do you play the Xbox One? Are you always on Xbox? Do you like to play Injustice? I've got an Injustice guild that you can join. Go up there. You can be a part of my team. It's Jackass Nation, one word. Check it out. I love, and y'all know how much I love Injustice. It's a great game. And be prepared for the next episode of UGF, where they keep saying that I'm cheating. I'm not cheating. You're cheating. Just because I used Odd Job? Come on, man. It's a character in a game. I use the character because he's in the game, because he's the best. If you don't know to get Odd Job first, that's your fault. And if you don't know to go get the helicopter pilot just because someone else got Odd Job to even the score, then, again, that's your fault. So get on the level. Get prepared. And, that's that there. That's all I got to say to you about UGF, because I'm the champion. Next show comes to you live November 3rd on the Cinelinks Facebook and YouTube page. It will be, as far as right now, it is going to be WWE 2K18. And I will be taking on the one, the only, Larry Liddell. I'm going to try to have Double LP on the show the week before, or that Thursday right before the podcast, or right before the showdown. And I can guarantee, I'm telling you right now, we will be playing WWE in the main event as well as the tournament. The tournament might change, but as of right now, it is still set to be WWE all the way through, because the main event will be in WWE. I don't know if it's going to be Hell in a Cell match, because I think the main event of the tournament will be Hell in a Cell. We might do something else. Who knows? We'll have to wait and find out about that. So we shall see. Other than that, all we know is it's going to be absolutely incredible. It's going to be a lot of fun. We will find out. It's going down. It's going to happen. It's UGF. So, alright guys, I have gone on way too long. You hear that go home music calling me to get up out of here. Thank you to everyone that listened. Thanks for hitting that download button. We will see you guys next week. And as always, it is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. Follow BC on Twitter at RealJackassBC. Subscribe on Podbean.com to Jackass Nation. And subscribe to the Offshoots Network on iTunes. Views and opinions expressed by BC do not necessarily reflect those of the Offshoots or Podbean. We'll see you next time on It Is What It Is.